we're discussing 12.4. It's surface area of a cylinder, okay? A cylinder is like a can. And first, we're going to talk about the lateral area. Remember, lateral area is the area around the outside of it. When we were talking a box, it was the area around the box. The lateral area is 2 pi r. So let's talk about why. If I take this paper and I roll it, I can give it the shape of a cylinder. Okay, now if I don't want that, everything I have here is the lateral area. It doesn't include the two ends. So I'm not talking total surface area. The lateral area is the area around the side of it. Well, the distance around that circle is called the circumference. And the circumference is 2 times pi times r, or pi times d. If I were to cut this cylinder and unroll it, the circumference becomes the length of that rectangle. This right here is the same as the circumference of the circle. The height of it would be what I have here. So to find the area of the lateral area, it's 2 pi r, or the circumference of the circle, times the height. So that's going to give me the lateral area, not total surface area, but lateral area of a cylinder. So let's do one where we're looking for the lateral area. So here's my cylinder. Let's say that it's 3 feet high, and the diameter here is 30 inches. All right, first notice, that's inches, that's feet. I have to switch them to the same unit, and it's always easier to switch them to smaller units. There's 12 inches in a foot, so rather than saying this is 3 feet, let's say this is 36 inches. Now my units match up. Now I come back here, and I remember I'm only finding the lateral area, so it's 2 times pi times r. Well, if the diameter is 30, the radius is 15, times the height, which is 36. So if I take that and put it all in my calculator, I'm going to find that the lateral area is 3,392.9 inches squared. Okay? All right, now I want you to try one. I'll put it back up here. Lateral area is 2 pi rh. The circumference times the height. Okay, so here's my can. It's 12 centimeters high, and the diameter of it is 6.3 centimeters. That's all the way across. Okay, find the lateral area. And that's the lateral surface area, not the total surface area, and then pause the video and come back. All right, lateral area is 2, and actually what I could do is see this times this is equal to diameter. So we'll just do 6.3 times pi times 12, and that's going to give me my lateral surface area. And that you should have had an answer of 237.5 centimeters squared. And that should be your answer to that. All right, let's say we want to know the whole surface area, the total surface area, or the T. So in this situation, that is the total surface area is the lateral area plus the area of the two bases, the base is always going to be a circle, so we'll just say 2 pi r, because I have two circles, one at the top and one at the bottom. This lateral area, remember, is 2 pi rh. So this right here, that's going to give me my total surface area of the cylinder. Let's do one where we're doing total surface area. Doesn't look like much of a cylinder, but you get the concept. Okay, the radius here is 8.3 feet, and and the height right there is 6.6 feet. So it's just a matter of plugging in. So I have 2 times pi, the r is 8.3, the h is 6.6. Now if you're going to put it all in the calculator, make sure you're putting parentheses around that whole thing, plus, and then put parentheses around this whole thing. 2 times pi times 8.3 squared, okay? Just stick it into your calculator and the result should give you 777 feet squared, okay? All right, now I want you to try one. Okay, the radius is 14 feet and the height is 18 feet. Okay, pause the video, do it, and come back. All right, total surface area is going to be 2 times pi times 14 times 18. I'll need to put that all in parentheses, plus 2 times pi times 14 squared, and I'll need to put that in parentheses. When you do it out, you should have 2,814.9 feet squared. All right, sometimes what they do is they'll give you like the total surface area and you'll have to figure out like the R or the H. So let's do one of those. Let's say they give me a problem that the total surface area is 128 pi centimeters squared, and the height is 12 centimeters, and I don't know the radius. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So I'll plug this in to where I can plug it in. This, of course, is my answer up here. So I have 128 pi is equal to 2 times pi times r times 12 plus 2 times pi times r squared. We have a tendency to think that the pi is an unknown, but it's not. Look, this is the same thing as 24. Well, actually, let's do that different. Look, they have 2 pi and 2 pi, so let's factor that out. 2 pi leaves me with 12r plus r squared equals 128 pi. I want to solve for the r, so let me get rid of the 2 pi by dividing. So I have r squared plus 12r. That right there is going to give me 64. I'm going to bring it over to the other side. So I have r squared plus 12r minus 64. I hope you can still see it. I think I'll bring it back up over here. I'm going to factor that, and I'm going to have r minus 4 and r plus 16 is equal to 0. In other words, I took that and factored it right there. So r equals 4, r equals negative 16. Well, I can't have a radius of a negative, okay, so that's going to be eliminated, leaving me with just r equals 4. Alright, I want you to try one, and then I'll give you your homework. This is kind of an easy day, hopefully. Didn't have any of those polygons that make it harder. Okay, total surface area is 528 pi feet squared. Height is 10 feet, and again, I don't know the radius. So we'll just call it question mark. Okay, go ahead and find the total surface area. Not find that, but find R given the total surface area, and then come back to the video. All right, I have 528 pi is equal to 2 times pi times r times h, so 10, plus 2 times pi times r squared. Okay, this is my lateral area, and that's the area of my two bases. So I'm going to factor out the 2 pi. That's going to leave me with 10r plus r squared. I'm going to divide both sides by 2 pi. And that's going to give me 264 is equal to r squared plus 10r. I'm going to bring the 264 over. Let me go pull it back up here. Okay, I'm going to factor that into r minus 12 and r plus 22. So r equals 12, r equals negative 22, which it can't be negative because it's a radius or a distance, if you will. All right, your homework is page 657, 9 through 20, all, and it's all on the cylinder. Page 657, 9 through 20, all.